All right. Well, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
We made it. It is now
Monday.
February 23rd.
And it got colder.
It got colder.
It's supposed to be getting warmer, and it's not.
Had to remind us that we are still in the full swing of winter here,
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Not trying to brag, but I'm getting out of here soon, so I'm going to leave you in the dust.
Yeah. Tell me where you're going again.
The Dominican.
The Dominican?
The Dominican.
Weren't you just in Florida like last week?
Okay. You don't need to call me out like that.
Wow, just a question. Just a question
a few
here.
weeks ago, yes. I went there for just a few days,
Just a few days?
Just a few days.
Just for fun?
Wasn't that big of a deal.
Uh-huh.
Right,
okay, so he was
I know you're keeping tabs on me.
He was in Florida. Now he's going to the Dominican. And then he's going to Arizona.
I'm not going to Arizona. You're going to Arizona probably.
Hey, that's okay. I'm just jealous. That's all it is.
Did you see? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm just jealous because all my spare money has to go to these rentals that I have. I just can't catch a break here.
I know.
I've been trying to get out of here, and every time I turn around, I got another $5,000 bill on some rental. It's like,
really
bro,
is crazy.
It's like this is what owning real estate involves. I thought house hacking and the way all those guys talk about it was like free money.
Yeah.
But clearly it's not. Clearly it's tough at times.
It would be unfair for everyone. We're always preaching like buy rentals, buy flip houses. It would be unfair of us to say that it is always easy because sometimes it really, really sucks. Like getting a phone call this morning that my furnace isn't working at your house. You're like, cool. Here's either $500 or $15,000 of a problem.
Take my pick. Yeah. So what's the scoop with that? Did you send a guy over there?
Yeah, a guy went over there this morning. He said it's okay. He said just like the off-peak control was being weird, and it should just be like a $200 fix. So should be fine.
Yeah,
but that could have been really bad.
Yeah, that $200 could have been pina coladas in the Dominican Republic, and now it went to fixing a friend. That's a lot of pina coladas I could have bought.
That is true. I'll be thinking about that now when I'm in the Dominican.
When I look at it that way, I get sick to my stomach. Sometimes I'm like, bro, that $5,000, I could have had the coolest trip for $5,000.
Literally.
And now I had to spend it on something that it's like poof.
It's just gone.
It's like dust. It didn't exist. It did not exist.
Didn't exist.
Well, talking about houses and problems. Well, I shouldn't say problems, just houses. Give everybody a little update on this Castleton flip you got going on here.
It's going well.
I'm loving the videos.
Are you?
Yes,
Good.
They're awesome. They're awesome.
Good. I've gotten a lot of compliments from people watching it. Like everyone I know, I went to the bar on Friday, and they're like, "Oh, I see you're doing a flip house." It's just wild that like social media, it's like everybody knows what you're doing, which is obvious.
Where were you on Friday?
Friday, where was I? Dive bar for a little bit.
You were at Dive Bar on Friday.
Yeah. Only for a little bit, though.
That explains. He comes in and says, I got a little bit of the Mondays today. He was at Dive Bar. He was at Dive Bar this weekend. Okay.
No. Then I played some poker, but yeah, whatever. Long story short. No, it's going really good. Got the paint done. Got the drywall work is being done. Got new lights put in. So it's looking really good.
So has anything happened on your first flip house that you weren't expecting so far?
Honestly, not yet.
What about pricing? Have you gotten a bid back on anything or bought something that you were like, wow, I didn't expect that, whether it was cheaper or more expensive?
I'm not trying to be dry, but honestly, like having guys like you around and like Chat GPT and AI and Google, like everything's been pretty ballparkish.
Pretty smooth so
like,
far?
I mean, and especially you, like you've been a great resource for me. Like you can tell roughly what it's going to be. And I mean, it's a very basic, clean, cut and dry house. Like it's not a lot of square footage. It's not anything crazy. It's just a Rambler style house. So everything has been pretty consistent, I will say.
Yeah, you don't have an old 2-story. You're going to pull a wall down and find aluminum wiring or something like that. I mean, you've kind of avoided a lot of those things off the buy from the beginning.
Yeah.
Which is nice. One of my favorites, that's my dad flipped a house in Devil's Lake. And, for anybody that doesn't know my dad, just one of the nicest guys you've ever met. And he wants to help everybody and get everybody going. Sure. And he had a contractor that he was working with for a lot of years. He passed away, rest in peace. But he found this house, this contractor, and he was just convinced that they could flip this thing and make it work. And my dad was like, well, he's like, it looks like there might be some money in it. But he's like, to make $20,000 and work for 3 months and split it between 2 guys, like, whatever. But this guy had worked for him for a lot of years and, whatever. So they bought this house. And I guess when they bought it, when he looked at the electrical panel on it, I guess nothing looked off about it. They had updated the panel at some point, but he didn't look at the wiring that was coming out of it. And when they ended up pulling some walls off and they ended up pulling all of the outlet switches out and all of like the light switches, the wiring that was coming into these boxes, they were like, man, they're like, something is like weird with this wiring. Like this is something's not right. And so they called an electrician out and they're like, hey, they're like, what's kind of the scoop on this? And this electrician was like, dude, he's like, all of the wiring in this entire house is shot. Like it
No.
all needs to be replaced.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just so old.
It was aluminum. I don't exactly know. I've never even
Okay.
heard of that before, but it
No.
was some weird aluminum wiring that I don't know if they used for a very like short stint of time back in the day. And then they found out like, yeah, we can't be using this. So they ended up having to pull off all of the sheetrock on the entire house so they could take out all of the old wiring and then rewiring
Oh
the
my
entire
God.
house. So he's like, we had a $20,000 profit margin on this house, and we just spent 15 of that on replacing
Yeah.
the wiring. And he's like, I should have known better. He's like, I've been flipping houses for 25 years. This is a handful of years ago. And but it is sometimes when you get into a project and if you're not thinking or you're not paying attention and it's like one slip up like that and boom, like your margin is shot.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that nothing's happened to you yet
So
on that
far,
one.
I would say the one thing that is a little surprising, like the little things seem to really add up. Like just materials and supplies, like, oh, we need a new shop vac. Okay, that's $200. Or like, hey, we need this tool, or oh, we need this saw, and it's like that's $300. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, we just spent a couple grand in like BS that we
Yeah.
didn't even account for.
Yeah, when you're filling out your like pre-spreadsheet of what you're gonna have into it, you don't have those
No.
shop vac or box of nails or whatever. I even just got to the point now on any project that I do, I basically just take my entire bid of like what it's going to take for everything, right? I've broken it all down as much as I can between flooring, paint, plumbing, electrical, blah, 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 blah. I basically, whatever that number is, say it's $50,000 in renovations, I basically put on like just 10% of that entire bid and just put miscellaneous.
Sure.
Exactly for that reason of,
There's just shit.
you're not even
Gas
thinking, you're not
driving
even
out
thinking
there?
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the other funny thing, you saw my Castleton like video that I posted. Maybe being that if it were in Fargo, it wouldn't have really mattered. But the fact that it was Castleton, like the videos that I've posted have gotten a lot of views, but not only just views, is it's gotten a lot of attention from Castleton residents. I've had multiple people like DM me about the house. And they're like, hey, I live like 3 doors down from this house, like so excited, following along. Like I'm spreading the word that there's a house coming for sale. And it's like, it's crazy just like the small towns and going into the hardware store. One guy recognized me and he's like, yeah, you're flipping that house on so-and-so street. And you're like, yeah, how do you know? He's like, oh, I saw your TikTok.
The hardware guy calling you out is
Literally.
still one of the funniest stories.
Hello, okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Just
what'd you pay for that thing, by the way, too?
literally, I know. Some people are very nosy. Like, what's your margin on that? I'm like, come on.
The
Like,
odd-
I can't tell you that.
The audacity, bro. I love it. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody wants to know, dude. That's
hilarious.
small town business right there,
It
though.
is,
I,
it
I,
is.
res- I respect it.
I respect it, and it's kind of fun. I don't know. It's fun people watching and paying attention and giving you tips, but there's also some haters out there, as you know.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back on that update. Well, while you're in Mexico or Dominican,
yep.
this weekend,
Nope, all good.
I will be slaving away at the Fargo Home and Garden Show.
You will.
I will.
That'll be fun.
I'm very thankful. I have a couple real estate agents that work with me,
Okay.
and one of them has a side business. I've told you plenty about it. I don't know if I've said a whole lot on the pod, but it's a consulting service for elderly people. They help people pack, downsize, move, kind of any sort of transition for older people. And so they actually are doing the booth, and then she's obviously a realtor for High Valley. So High Valley, in a way, kind of gets to be a part of it. It's
Sure.
kind of focused on what she does, but we're just kind of included. The real estate is just vaguely included. So they have some stuff going on Saturday. So I was like, I'll sit in. I'll hand out community flyers.
Yep.
We're right next to the beer garden on the floor. So I was like, you know
Good
what?
spot.
If I'm walking distance, I can have a cold bush light and
Yep.
I can chill. I can talk for a
It
little
won't
while.
be a bad
so
thing.
yeah. So that's
all weekend
yes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I am just sitting in on Saturday.
on Saturday.
Yep,
okay.
Saturday, I think, for, I don't know, noon to 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of realtors I think that go to that and sit in on that, isn't there?
I think it's gotten less and less over the
Okay.
years. I know last year when I went, I don't think there was as many. That's the hard thing about being a realtor is just it's kind of saturated.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, if you just go and you just set up a booth of your real estate company, it's like, okay, well, there's 7 other real estate companies here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I like being part of what Trace is doing, because then it kind of helps you separate yourself a little bit. You don't have to just be, hey, I'm the realtor that's helping you buy or sell.
Yep.
It's like, hey, we're actually offering other services with this as well. Real estate is just kind of part of it. So, yeah. So you'll catch me when you're sitting there on the beach. I'll be having a cold bush light at the Fargo Dome. So
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Could always be worse here.
Yeah.
Dude, USA hockey.
Let's go. Gold medal.
Let's freaking go.
I didn't realize that they haven't won since the Miracle on Ice when they beat USSR, like in the 90s. That's crazy.
I think it was even the 80s. I think
Was
it was
it the
like
80s?
1980 or something like that.
Okay.
Been a long
You're
time
probably
ago.
right. Dude, that's so awesome. I've been seeing the videos and sharing them. I'm like, let's go, USA.
Were you chanting USA during the game when they won? Were you at
No.
home watching it, or what?
Where
were you?
I honestly wasn't even watching it. I was paying attention to the score, but I didn't watch it, dude. I'm not a hockey guy, but when it comes down to USA versus Canada, like, absolutely, let's kick some ass.
Buddy's cheering, didn't even watch it, he says.
Dude, come on.
Un-American right there.
I don't
Un-American.
know. I'm just not really a hockey guy.
It was good.
But I love the fact that we won.
I didn't wake up for the start, but I did watch the second and the third period and then the overtime or whatever. But I did. I can't even lie. I chanted USA in my own house
By
myself, like when they won. I just, dude, something it just felt right. Felt right.
Did it feel right?
It did.
Okay.
You gotta back America here. So
dude,
shout out
awesome.
to USA. It was all well. It was all well there.
That is awesome.
Oh, I do gotta warn you. Just touching back on your Mexico trip here. I did see the cartel was shooting up the airport over there. So you better watch out for yourself.
I'm not going to Mexico, luckily. We're going to the Dominican.
I keep saying
but
Dominican.
Yes, I was nervous because we actually were going to go to Mexico, and one of our family members was supposed to go to Mexico tomorrow, and they are no longer going because of the cartels, like the Puerto Vallarta, the actual they're bombing hotels, and all the U.S. citizens are supposed to shelter in place at the resort. So
really?
It's really bad over there right now. Yeah.
Wow, that is scary.
So
then
we're grateful we're not going there.
Well, where are you? Okay, so are you flying out of Fargo, or how are you getting there?
We fly out of Minneapolis and then direct to the Dominican.
You're driving to Minneapolis.
We'll drive to Minneapolis and then fly direct out of there.
And fly direct.
Yeah, out of there. Sometimes we'll we love flying out of the Fargo, but when you can save $400 or $500 a ticket, it's just worth it.
Yeah, and it's just a drive, and especially if the roads are decent too, it's not bad.
Yeah.
We used to do that, and we would go spend a night one night before, just so we could stay in Minneapolis.
Sure.
We would go if we knew we were flying out on a Friday, we'd go down Thursday morning and spend all day Thursday, spend Thursday night, and then leave Friday. Are you guys just driving and flying out the same day?
We're gonna drive there Wednesday late night, and then we fly out at 6 a.m. So
sure.
we're just gonna get there in the evening, sleep for a few hours, and then get up and go. So
gotcha.
Won't be as fun as doing something, but yeah, that's a great idea. Go to catch a T-Wolves game or Twins game, whatever it is, do something fun. But we'll just be flying out of there. But yeah, it should be a fun trip. It's supposed to be 83 every single day.
That's beautiful.
Sunny or that's insane.
Well, I'll just be here holding down the fort for you. I'll drive out to Castleton for you. I'll whip those guys into shape.
Yeah, dude, you better be working. I better see you on your hands and knees sending videos working on my flip house for free.
I'll put your job site back into order for you there. I'll go out and they'll be like, get this guy out of here. This guy sucks.
Now. Big Dog is back in town. I'm running the show, boys.
Yep, Big Dog. He's off the chain. He's coming in. So, well, good. Well, happy Monday to you. Let's get to it.
All right.